Response video to, a comment I see here and there, where somebody will argue, alright, let's just say if we didn't spend so much money, if the rich didn't live so rich, there's enough resources that, we could feed all the people in the world and everybody could have a nice life, 7 billion humans, and be no problem. Well, I think it's kind of a bogus argument. I sort of made the point in one of the last videos that there's people living in places they just shouldn't be living. You can't civilize them. There's all this wildlife here, but see, it's real tame wildlife. The trees here don't have teeth. The python is going to fall on me as I'm walking through the woods. Or tigers are going to pounce me. It's a different environment. It's not, covered with poisonous this and, aggressive that. I don't got to worry about crocodiles in the stream. I mean, it's, it's a different kind of environment. I certainly don't have to worry about malaria. And so to civilize some places on Earth is just not very practical because it's expensive. The water is in the wrong places, and it takes money to move it to the right places. The soil is infertile. It takes money to make it fertile. I mean, there's building materials are, scarce or non-existent. It takes money to get them out of the ground, build that infrastructure. It took hundreds of years to make America. I mean, a lot of those years we had slave labor, to cut down the trees and level the land, and make it productive, for farming. And so it's not a minor. Tomorrow if we just get rid of some marble floors, everything will be fine. It's just not going to happen. It's not practical, and beyond being practical, it can't happen. I just don't think you can do it without making everybody poor. So it's this whole thing that just human beings, you put them somewhere and they'll try to eke it out. And even if it's a shitty place and with no prospects, they'll have kids because that's what people do. Because even in 2009, most of the world is an ignorant asshole. And if we don't fix that problem, then yeah, we're fucked. It just isn't going to work. And that standard of living, where the only game in town is survival, that's all that matters to people, that's our destiny. And it scares the fucking shit out of me. That's the vehicle consciousness is going to live in. I don't want to be maligning, but it's the cockroach variety of human being. The durable, hard shell, live 25 years and die of some stupid disease kind of human being. The disposable human being, the natural human being. Screw that. I wouldn't want to live as a fly-covered ape, sitting in your own shit or somebody else's. Look, the world is a hostile place, and we've made it nice, for some of us. We live in nice little communities. We have, we've kept all the flowery and pleasant wildlife, the wildlife that just chirps in the trees, and the little trees that just eat sunlight, all the benign consuming beasties, not the aggressive consuming beasties. And so, even in that context, it's still just a bullshit game. Just things feeding off of the energy of the sun, spiraling through our little cycles. People have to have different expectations. They have to demand even more, because this isn't survival just isn't the name of the game. We have to do better than that. We are just a manifestation of consumption and reproduction. We are just controlled by a DNA molecule. We are everything I've said we are. We're crap. Our intelligence is useless as a tree having intelligence. That's what it becomes. This will just use it as a stupid scheming tool to embrace futility. And that's really dumb. You know, I don't know if I can make more of a video out of this. I mean, no one wants to malign poor people for trying to survive and trying to be tough. But it is. It's ignorance and stupidity. And it's going to be called what it is. And it's fucking irresponsible when you say, yeah, well, I'm going to create another generation to do the same shit. To fucking wallow in the same cesspool. That'll be a good idea. People make me insane with this idea that, you know, they'll even concede, you know, everybody's got a hard life story. Oh yeah, you think you had it bad? Well, I blah, 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 blah. And then they'll talk about the kids they had. So they talk about how hard it was to build their success or eke out their life. And, you know, how they had to sacrifice. And then they go ahead and say, yeah, and I'm going to impose it on somebody else because I am that generous. So I want somebody else to, you know, fight the good fight and eke it out and jump on a grenade. You know, fuck you people. You know, unless you've got I mean, they say they love their kids, and you're like, how the fuck do you love somebody? That's how you show it? You inject them into an imperfect world that guarantees nothing? I mean, it wouldn't even occur to me to say, yeah, let's throw it out there into the wild. It's like having a house cat and saying one day, well, let's just throw it outside, you know, assuming there's a bunch of coyotes and everything else running around the backyard, and just say, well, let it make its own way in the world, or some other bullshit, and you're saying, yeah, and that's called doing it a favor? Come on, fuck you. So anyway, I don't know, there's more video or not. But yeah, everything around us, I mean, everybody gets all gooey about this shit. Oh, look at the trees and all the this and that nature. They're just consuming machines. It's a bunch of biology feeding. You know, it's not, I mean, the fact that you find it appealing is completely vacant as an intellectual concept. It's completely subjective mush. It's like a color preference or something. It's built out of your conditioning. It's built out of what you've become accustomed to. Has nothing to do with real merit. It has nothing to do with its real face. And I guess that's what this all comes down to. You know, I'm trying to argue something that became apparent to me, you know, decades ago, when I realized that the concept of Mother Nature was intrinsically flawed. It's not some benign, generous force. No, it's a bunch of fucking feeding, parasitic organisms that have no other ambition. You know, if they could eat your guts, they would. If they could figure out a way to cook you, they would. I mean, it's just horse shit. Nature sucks balls. And, you know, we're being fooled by its you know, it's wearing a little Halloween mask, you know, a little, I don't know, Tinkerbell Halloween mask, and you're falling for it. I mean, it's Frankenstein in a Tinkerbell suit, and all you assholes are fooled. So anyway, probably enough. Yeah. So, until the next rambling video, I will make some non-rambling videos now soon, I think. do some writing maybe. Let's see how it goes. You know, just talking to the choir don't do you much good. Well, singing to the choir, no point in talking to the choir, right? Well, I don't know, whatever. Some phrases just don't make a whole lot of sense.